You keep calling it procrastination. I don't think that's your real problem. Can I ask you something? Have you ever ended the day feeling exhausted even though you hardly done anything important? You know exactly what needed to be done, still you are unable to do, you don't do. Maybe you have to send an email and apply for a job, shooting new videos, starting your business, have an important conversation, finishing your project. But instead, you just start cleaning your room, you watch another YouTube videos, you scroll social media endlessly, you reorganize your to-do list, start researching and just reading one more article and then promising yourself that I will do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow become next week and then next month and then keep continue this way, this keep continuing. So you do everything except the one task that truly needs to be done for your growth. You just keep avoiding that one task that is actually needed for your growth. And eventually you start believing that something is wrong with me. Maybe I'm lazy, maybe I'm not disciplined, maybe I don't have enough willpower. So, if all these sound familiar, I want you to stay with me because you think that it's your procrastination is your problem. It's not procrastination, it's your survival architecture running underneath your behavior. That is why you procrastinating. You keep postponing your task. And so you have already tried everything. मतलब to just avoid this delaying task, postponing task, procrastination. You have already tried so many things. So, and I'm not talking to someone who has never worked on themselves. Okay? I'm talking to the person who genuinely tried all these things and these things doesn't work. These self-help things doesn't work on them. So you have watched motivational videos. And you read so many self-help books, books on discipline, time management and all those things, tried many affirmation, positive phrases, meditation, journaling, habit tracking, productivity system, morning routine, digital detox and so many other things. And so you are well aware, you know that how discipline look like and even you know why you are procrastinating. Yet when the moment come, when the opportunity comes your way, your body still refuses to move. So why all this happen? And this is the part that no one explain actually. People just tell you ki, just be more disciplined, take some action, stop overthinking, build better habits. But if all these things were that simple, you would have changed years ago, many years back, you would have changed. And you don't need another productivity hack, you don't need another productivity techniques. You need someone to explain why all those things keep happening with you, why all those things just worked only for few days and again you return back to the old pattern, to the same old behavior that you keep doing. So here I just want to say that you are not avoiding work actually. You are avoiding becoming someone your mind no longer feels safe. Your mind just keep avoiding to becoming that person because it doesn't feel that it is emotionally safe. And just think about this. I mean to just observe yourself. This was probably there maybe sometimes in your life there were probably a time in your life when you were very different. You were actually more joyful, you were very ambitious, curious, excited, you took initiative, you take all challenges, in fact you enjoyed challenges. And then something changed, your career slowed down, your relationship ended, someone you trusted betrayed you, maybe some way things doesn't happen in your way and you were criticized repeatedly. Life didn't just disappoint you actually, it changed how you see yourself. And slowly, without even realizing it, your identity, total complete identity is shifted. You stopped seeing yourself as someone who succeeds, you became someone who just keep trying and someone who just recovering from all these losses, someone who is just waiting until I feel ready. So now your whole identity is shifted. You don't see yourself that you can be succeed. So why, that is why important tasks feel so heavy, because of this identity shifted. Your identity is completely shifted. Have you ever noticed? I just want you to notice. Have you ever noticed something strange in your behavior? That small tasks don't bother you. Your routine tasks become automatic. You know, just if you have to reply some casual email, you can do it. Order groceries, doing all those house chores, watching tutorial, research for hours, everything you can do very easily. But the task that can actually change your life, that you avoid. Why? Because your brain is not measuring effort, it's just measuring emotional risk, how much emotional risk is involved in doing these tasks. And sending that email is just not sending another email. It could lead to rejection. Launching your business is not just posting online. It could prove you are not good enough. Applying for opportunity, applying for any new job is not just applying. It could bring disappointment if you are not selected in any way. So your subconscious does not see a task. Your subconscious just see the what are the possible emotional wounds that you can have by doing these tasks. So it quietly whispered, "Not now. Do it tomorrow." And just let's prepare a little more. And it sounds logical because yes, if you prepare well, so maybe you don't have to face all these things, and you believe it. So why understanding hasn't changing changes you? Because you have gone through all these things, you know that you have these problem, but why your understanding is not changing you? And that is the part that changed everything for me too. Because most people think that awareness automatically create changes. Your awareness about pattern is not the interruption of the pattern. You can be aware about your pattern completely. You know that these things keep repeating in your life. Still you repeat it. Still you do the same thing. And just I give you the example as how many people know that smoking is harmful. There are so many. I mean, every person know that smoking is harmful. People know that they should exercise. People know that they should stop people pleasing. They should stop seeking their approval every time. But we still do it. So knowing is not the problem. The problem is that your subconscious is trying to protect you using the strategies, all these strategies that once helped you to survive many years ago, because all those strategies protected you before. But that does not mean the same strategy you keep applying every time. Maybe it was right that time, but it is not right at this time when you get an opportunity. Still, you just pushing yourself back. Your subconscious pushing yourself back. So maybe years ago, staying quiet on everything protected you from criticism. Over preparing on something protected you from failure. Delaying protected you from disappointment if you keep delaying something. Staying invisible protected you from being judged. And those strategy made sense once because the time was not favorable. So those strategy made sense. But you just keep applying those things still. That is why we call it a pattern because you just caught up in that pattern. You keep doing the same thing. But your subconscious doesn't know that life has changed because your subconscious is trained that way. That is why you keep repeating the pattern. You are doing the same thing again and again. It keep using the yesterday's survival strategies in today's opportunity. Even today you get any opportunity, it just apply the same old strategies which you have been doing many years back. So every time you time to try to move forward, there is a growth opportunity. Something inside quietly pulls you back. Not because it wants to ruin your life. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये subconscious wants to ruin your life or it doesn't want your growth. नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. Because it think that it is emotionally safe for you. Actually, from your subconscious, the subconscious actually creating a protective boundary around you, but it's stopping your growth in other way. And that is why you see this motivational don't last. Whatever the motivational videos you see, you are charged up, but again, after few hours, you just again come back to the same state. Motivation speaks to your conscious mind only. Okay. And your subconscious speaks the language of safety. So there is a contradiction. Motivation and all these affirmation and all these surface level hack, they just work on your conscious mind, but all your 90% of your life is drive by your subconscious mind. That is why it doesn't work. It fades away soon. That is why I know if you watch some inspiring videos, you just listen some inspiring podcast, you feel ready, you feel just very charged up. You make plans, you write your goals, you imagine your better future and everything you do. And the next morning, the same emotional resistance return that keep pulling you back. And people think that motivation disappeared so soon, but I don't think that way it happened. Your subconscious actually regained control because motivation only speaks to your conscious mind. And but nothing underneath actually changed. Your subconscious is still the same. Your subconscious is trained that way, so it's actually behave the same way. So what you have to do, you have to teach your subconscious conditioning, you have to change. Then these things will change. So I just give you one example. Just imagine you are trying to drive a car, one foot at the accelerator and one foot at the brake. Do you think the car will run? And that is how, many people just live their life. Consciously, we want success, but subconsciously, we just trying to avoid all those pain that come with the success. So you just want to, harder you push, the stronger the resistance feel. If you think that you just apply more discipline, more time management, more this productivity hack, it will not going to work, because your subconscious is trained that way. Subconscious keep pulling you back because this is conditioned that way. You haven't worked on a subconscious, you haven't worked on a deeper structure, you are just everything applying on the surface, and that is why it's failed. It's all fade away very soon. So, and then eventually you call yourself, you start blaming yourself. I'm lazy, I'm undisciplined, I'm not able to do all these things. But that is not the real problem, actually. So procrastination actually is not the biggest enemy, biggest and problem for you. Procrastination is the visible symptoms of something which is running much deeper, that you have to understand. Every recurring behavior usually serves an emotional purpose. If you there are some behaviors that you keep returning, you keep repeating in your life. You have to observe your life, why you are keep repeating all these things again and again, even though you know that you shouldn't do this, even you know that you have to take this opportunities. Yeah, sorry, there was a sound was coming there. Anyways, so every you just have to observe your recurring behavior, why this is keep repeating. Like, you overthinking protect you from mistake. If you are keep overthinking, it may protect you from mistake. If you just know hurriedly doing everything, you may do mistake. Perfectionism protect you from failure. If you just keep perfectioning your, just keep sharpening your work, it may protect you from criticism. You subconscious think this way. People pleasing protect you from rejection. Procrastination often protect you from emotional pain that you haven't actually fully processed. So this is your subconscious conditioning. Your subconscious think this way. That is why forcing discipline sometimes feel is just like fighting yourself, because it's not going to do anything. You're just trying to pushing harder everything, and it's not going to do anything. Because your one part want growth, but the another part still believe that growth is dangerous or growth is painful. You have to cross your emotional boundaries. You have to cross all those face all those emotional challenges. So just you there is a different way to look to change, because you have to change your perspective a bit. This is where my perspective actually become different, because I actually understand. I have been in this journey, so I understood it. So now I stop asking, how do I become more disciplined? I don't ask all these things. How do I become more disciplined? How do I become more productive? Instead, I begin asking, what part of me feel unsafe moving forward? What part of me feel emotionally unsafe moving forward? Why? What is that fear that is keeping me, pushing me behind to move forward? Those are completely different questions. One try to control your behavior in the way I just want to, in the first way I just want to control my behavior, control my habit and all these things, but other try to understand it, what is that fear that pushing me back. And that behavior start making senses. When you understand your behavior, then it will start making senses, and you will get all those insights ki why you are behaving like this, why these patterns keep repeating in your life. Then you stop hating yourself. You just stop looking all these drawbacks in yourself. You become curious instead, ki, what is that thing, why I'm behaving like this? What is that fear? And that curiosity is actually start your genuine healing. Your genuine healing start when you be more curious about yourself. And that is what I call inner architecture. This is my inner architecture perspective. This is why I developed the idea of inner architecture. Because until that changes, nothing will change. Nothing will change on the surface. And my approach focus on changing the behavior. Changing the behavior through working on your deeper architecture, deeper structure. I became interested in understanding the structure underneath that behavior. Why you are behaving that way? To what is that structure that is underneath? Because procrastination is rarely just about the time management. It's not time management issues. It's often sometimes it connected to your identity, your old emotional experiences, your painful experiences, your self-worth, your fear, your unprocessed disappointments, and subconscious pattern that quietly shapes how you respond to the opportunity, because that was your emotional experiences, that is way your subconscious actually shape how you behave to growth opportunity, and that is why it's keep pulling you. So you have to train your subconscious. And when that inner architecture remain unchanged, if you're not working your inner architecture, you're just working on your symptomic treatment, new habit and discipline have no foundation to stand on, because you are not working on your architecture, your foundation is very weak. So all those symptomic treatment, they just there for few hours and then again they all fade away. It is not going to work. That work, so they work, just for a time being, like you are motivated, you are charged up, it's all good. But it collapses when the life become emotionally difficult. Whenever you get opportunity, it collapses immediately. So instead of asking how do I force myself to act, to be more productive, to be more disciplined, inner architecture asks, what is that behavior that trying to protect me from? What is that behavior, why I'm keep doing this behavior? What is that fear that is trying to protect me, fear that is trying to protect me to cross this emotional boundaries? What is that fear attached to that? Because once you understand the protection mechanism of your subconscious, you can begin addressing the root instead of fighting the symptoms. You have to treat the root. So if you have been calling yourself lazy or undisciplined, or just you can't be consistent with anything, I want to leave you with one thought. Maybe you have been trying to solve the wrong problem all along. Maybe procrastination is not your problem, it's not your enemy, as I've already told you. Maybe procrastination is not the problem which you are dealing. It is just the message. It is giving you a message. Through this subconscious and repeating pattern, it keep giving you the message. Message that's pointing towards an emotional pattern that still need to be understand. What are your emotional pattern? What are your fear-based mechanism? What are your protection mechanism that you have to understand? And then you can only just, work on your procrastination, your overthinking, your delaying decision, your postponing task, everything on these habitual issues. The biggest breakthrough doesn't happen when you discover another productivity technique, or your productivity technique on all these technique. Now I can work more fast. This is not a breakthrough. It happens when you finally understand why your mind has been resisting changes all along, how your mind work, why keep resisting changes, why keep pulling you back. If this conversation resonated with you, I just want you to don't rush to fix yourself today. Don't rush to fix yourself. You don't have to fix anything. Okay, this process is not addition. It's not an addition process. Inner architecture is a subtraction process, which is not relevant for you. You just have to subtract in your life, and how your mind work in this way. So instead, begin observing your pattern with curiosity instead of judgment. Don't just try to judge yourself. Just with the curiosity, just observe your pattern, why you behave this way. And you might discover that what looked like a laziness or a habit of inconsistency, indiscipline, is actually a protective strategy. It's actually a protective mechanism your mind learned long ago. And so it's a protective mechanism for your subconscious. And when you start understanding the architecture beneath it, your behavior, you understand the inner architecture beneath your behavior, deeper structure, lasting changes become much more possible. So, I'm not, I'm now ending this conversation here. I will meet you in the next conversation. Thank you.